my name is Ellie-Jean and I'm a second year student of Comparative Literature at UCL. Hello everyone, welcome to my day in the life video of me as a student at UCL during lockdown, as it's a weird time for everyone and I thought you might enjoy seeing me getting ready for my day. So this is me getting ready for my daily walk that I do. I always like to do my skincare beforehand so that I feel a little bit fresh, a little bit more acceptable to be in the public sphere rather than literally just woken up. And this is me on my beautiful walk.
I've never had the best expectations of any man. Got my own explanations on why I'm skeptical and critical when it's good. But this time around you broke me down like I never thought you could. I say, how come it's so easy? It's unlike I ever knew. You say, cause it's right, believe me, I was designed for you. And for the first time, I'm not looking around, cause I'm enough, and you're enough. It's safe to say this much, I like it on this side of love.
So when I got back around 8:30, I made some flashcards before my first class of the morning so that I could get myself in the mindset. And then I enjoyed my French grammar class, which obviously involves a lot of French speaking, as you can see here. This class tends to make me nervous, or at least it did last year, but I had a much scarier teacher last year than I do this year. And I actually feel really comfortable this year and more able to participate, which I think says a lot about teaching. And here I decided to change up my desk. However, it didn't actually work because I got this far and realised that nothing was going to fit together. So it was a nice theory and principle, and it was actually a really nice break to do something practical rather than mental, but it didn't really work. So I discovered that was a no. It doesn't work that way. There's a reason this is like this. After my 2-hour class, I knew I needed to direct my attention to somewhere other than academia, so I sort of focused a little bit on my budget and made a little money spreadsheet to work out what kind of bank accounts to use. And then I did a workout. I did a couple of workouts. I think I did about 40 minutes, starting off with an arm workout and then an ab workout. After this, I had some lunch while watching The Crown in French because that's how I'm learning at the moment. I'm obsessed with The Crown. I'm now on season 3. Don't spoil it for me. And then I decided to tidy up my room because I've got a little bit of a habit at the moment of leaving it a little bit messy, and I believe a tidy room is a tidy mind. It's very important to me to have a clear space, so that's what I was doing here. Much better. It's all clear. Yeah. After this, I had a short optional French class, which has helped me so much. It's just a way to practice what you've learned in class recently. And out of the house, roommates and I took a quick prep run, which was a lot of fun.
Might just waste away, don't know what life about. Another day go by, don't know what got me down.
When we got back, I decided to do the rest of my studying in the kitchen. I think it's really important to change up your routine and to get a change of scenery halfway through the day. I think it's the only way to keep you mentally sane if you have a lot of work to do. like I did on this particular day. So here I'm just doing a reading for one of my core modules, and it was actually very, very difficult. The first reading I did was really hard, really dense, and the second reading was actually really, really interesting. So I had a bit of both, but I worked with my roommate, which is why I love working in the kitchen really. And then in the evening I ate a stir fry that I'd made the night before and chatted to my mum because we're best friends. We talk for like an hour every night. And then I decided to put up some new fairy lights that I got from Amazon and make my room feel just a little bit cozier, because I think it's important to use your space well this year. We don't know how long these lockdowns are going to continue or these conditions are going to continue, and I think it's important to make your space feel like home. Ultimately, you don't want to be uprooted, keep going home all the time, and if you are staying at home, I think the same thing is true. I think your room needs to be a place of solace and it needs to be yours, and for me, fairy lights are just a small way of doing that. So I spent a significant amount of time putting them up, almost died several times on a ladder. So we've got one set of lights up. Like my mum says, I think it's looking slightly feeble, so I'm going to take the second lot. I was going to do like a heart here, but I think it'd look really good if I had a second lot of these across my room. Please, if you are going to do this, get a friend to help you. I had a friend next door, so I knew if something happened I'd be alright, but please make sure you have someone else if you're going to use ladders and things like that. But I have a very high ceilinged room, and it had to be done, but I think it looks so pretty and I'm honestly so proud of it. I love it, and I've got them on right now actually, and my room just feels so much cozier. After this, I finally decided to actually do some work, and so I watched an essay film that I had to watch for my core module, and I also did some society work because I'm now the NewPie TV co-editor-in-chief along with Ping, which is so exciting to actually have a role in a UCL society. It makes me feel a little bit more like who I am because I've always been involved in school stuff, so it feels really nice to have a role within the Students' Union. It's really nice, so I did a little bit of work for that as well.